Hey there everyone, Darkbrine here today to show you guys some different shortcuts for Sprint Racer. These shortcuts are just meant to save some time, whether it be just from as small as just a tiny bit of a millisecond to even just a couple of seconds. Maybe some of them will even go up to as big 8 seconds. Maybe they'll go to a big 10 seconds. Maybe they'll skip an entire minute. Who knows? This is my first time trying out a scripted video, so I hope this doesn't seem too bad for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into each of the maps and their shortcuts. Alright, we're going to start off with River Valley, one of the very first maps ever introduced into Sprint Racer. There are no simple little shortcuts for this one. There's just a little bit of a different pathing technique and how you would want to go about, which is right near the beginning, right after you get from the not the finish line, but the start line, finish line, whatever you want to call it. There are no simple shortcuts, but there are different paths. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Holy cow. Let me retake that real quick. Alright, as I was saying, for River Valley, there's no simple shortcuts to really take here. However, I do recommend taking the slime path that's right after the finish line, start line, whatever you call it. All you have to do on this is just jump on the exact corner right before you reach the slime, and you'll reach the maximum distance possible. Or, however, if you're good at squeezing through tight paths, I recommend going on the right path and squeezing through the rock and wall right after the water section to get that little speed boost right there. It doesn't matter which path you take, these are about the same speed and distance, so whichever you feel the most comfortable with, go right ahead and take them. I like Stadium just has no shortcuts at all. Your best bet to get the fastest time is to hug the wall, use the speed boost, and just try to beat everybody else. And if you got items on, well, be sure that the item RNG does not screw you over, because, you know, if it screws you over, well, then you might as well just lose the entire match. Alright, now this is where some shortcuts start to exist within the Sprint Racer. Sakura City has 3 different small shortcuts that can save time depending on your situation and where you are. First one I recommend is only taking if you have your maximum speed ready. See, this shortcut is right near the very start. It's right after the finish line. On the right, you will see a tree. Right there, with that tree, you're going to want to jump over to the main little bridge going downwards, and then just continue riding it all the way down. Now, as we move on into the second shortcut, which is after that little bridge, you want to go ahead and split right through in a diagonal path through the trees, which cuts the road and saves a good about 50 to 250 milliseconds if you're lucky. And then the final one you want to take is right after checkpoint 2. You see the little space right between in front of the tree there. You want to go ahead and take that. It saves again another around 50 to maybe 100 milliseconds. It's good if you're doing a no item speedrun, but not really that useful in an actual situation. But you're going to want to go ahead and take that little pathway and then cut straight back to the main path. It ain't too big of a shortcut, but it's still a recommended path if you want a better speedrun. Now we're getting to some of the bigger cuts within Sprint Racer using Seaside Village. Both of these cuts use your favorite mechanic within 1.13 Minecraft, which is, as you guessed, water. Now, after reaching checkpoint 1, which is, not too far away, you'll be on a pier with that, you're going to want to run off the pier and then dive bomb straight into the water, turn right, and then swim all the way to the tube. You'll be able to climb onto a little quartz slab. After you get on the quartz slab, fall down the tube. You'll take a considerable amount of fall damage, but you'll land on a speed pad, and that will boost you from checkpoint 2 into the tube, which saves you quite a few seconds. And moving on into the next cut, we got ourselves, after you reach checkpoint 3, from the inside of the second tube, you're going to want to use the jump boost pad, and then you're going to want to try to hit your head on the bottom of one of the piers. It's right behind the finish line area, or start line, or whatever you want to refer to it as. But you'll be right there, and then you can swim, and thanks to the mechanics of 1.13, you'll be able to go faster than if you were just sprinting regularly. We have now finished the first cup of Sprint Racer. This cup was not very good in terms of finding shortcuts because there weren't a lot of little straight narrow pathways to take. River Valley had one pathing to take. Sakura City had 3 small shortcuts but nothing too noteworthy. Highlight Stadium had no shortcuts at all, so good luck trying to find one in there. And Seaside Village had the biggest cut we have seen so far, which takes a couple seconds. But other than that, these don't really have a lot, but we're going to move on to the second cup to show you more. The Odo Forest, one of the biggest cutting tracks to exist within Sprint Racer. I actually showed off a couple of the cuts in my newest video where I race against myself, which is the Darkbrine as an AI. I think you should go check out that video. I think there's like this little card up in the top right corner. Maybe you should check it out. I don't know. Maybe after this video? Anyways, we're going to move on to the actual shortcuts now. First shortcut is right out of the starting line, where instead of following the normal path, you're going to want to cut through the forest as you see in this little clip here. You're going to cut through the forest in a diagonal pattern. You might take some fall damage, but it's not too much to really worry about. After reaching checkpoint 1, you're going to want to go right. You want to immediately turn to the right 90 degrees specifically, and just run across the little bank on the river there, and then you're going to jump across the river because that will just help you with getting to checkpoint 2. And then, hold on, I'm not finished yet. After you reach checkpoint 2, use the speed boost and jump into the forest on the side to go around the loop. I know, it's a shock. You can go around loops in this game. It's almost like we're trying to make something done. We're trying to make something correct. I know, it's a shock. Anyways, you want to just go ahead and run across the side. And then after you reach down from the loop area, just to go across it, you're going to find this little pathway that you can jump up. You want to jump up that little thing and grab the item. But, hold on, we're not finished yet. You're going to turn right on top of the area. You're going to slide on the side of where the hill is. And then you're going to get checkpoint 3. And then if you turn right, you can go into the forest. And in that forest, if you go straight inside, you can find, guess what? The finish line. And that will save you so much time from going of like a minute a lap to 40 seconds a lap. It's a big cut. This is a big cut. These are big cuts. I know people understand these big cuts. look, it's Petra Mountains. Another map with a couple shortcuts. You know, just nothing special. Just one of the maps with one of the biggest shortcuts to ever exist within Sprint Racer. Anyways, okay, so this first shortcut, you know, it's right after checkpoint 1. You just go straight across. You'll find some lily pads. You'll see that and just jump up. That saves you a couple seconds at the very first lap. And now we're going to talk about, you know, this one very special shortcut known as the checkpoint 3 Elytra in Petra Mountains, which is quite literally the second biggest cut. It's only second, really, to one of the newest maps, which have an insane cut that you can do. But I'll talk about that later. Anyways, Petra Mountains. So you use the Elytra pad. Make sure you jump before you use any Elytra pad, by the way, because that gives you a little boost in the air. Anyways, you jump from the Elytra pad, you get the Elytra boost, and then you just soar down evenly, nicely to how you normally would for, you know, the finish line, starting line, whatever. And then you're going to want to pull up, go, hit your face against the wall where you would see checkpoint 1's hill, and then do a complete left turn, and then fly across the little lake, and you can get to checkpoint 2. This shortcut can save you, even if you use the previous shortcut, around 8 seconds. And it's insanity. It is insanity, and I love it. I love it, I love it, and I love it. Okay, in this entire cup, Magna Desert is just one of the most plain ones to really check off. This is more so about how you do pathing properly and making sure that everything's done the right way. So you want to go take it the left path after you get from the start line, because the left path is the more optimal path, is the fastest path, and everyone usually takes it. They don't take the right path because the right path is about a second or two slower, so, you know, nothing really special. And then once you get after checkpoint 2, there's a little bit of a lava fall, you know, a waterfall. And then you'll see that there's a hole there. You have the time you jump correctly in order to get there properly, or you start taking the fire damage. Now, it's not really that big of an issue. Even if you take the fire damage or the lava damage or whatever you want to call it, you can still swim right up, go through there, and you'll save about another 50 milliseconds or so. It's still better than going around the regular route, but you'll probably miss an item. So, you know, this is more so a situation of where if you think you're good enough at parkour or sprint racer, go straight through there. But if you're not that good, just go around the normal path. Just go around the normal path. Oh, path. I lost a voice there. I lost my voice. Oh, God. Now we're moving on into the final little race. Okay, there's only one shortcut for Cinder Caverns. There's nothing special about it. Can you guess where it is? I don't think you saw that shortcut correctly. Let me just play it again real quick. Click, click, quick, whatever. Okay, maybe you need to see this one more time. Maybe you need to see it one more time to get a proper understanding. Maybe you may... Okay, here, look, one more time. That's it. That's all that needs to be said. We're moving on. Now, we just finished a very great cup when it comes to shortcuts, because let me just tell you, Magna Desert may be lackluster, but the rest of these, you're not going to find a better cup for finding shortcuts. This is just great. This is just great. Great indeed. You guys should probably play this cup over and over again to get your shortcut patterns down, because just great overall. It is just great. I don't even need to say anything else with the shortcuts. So welcome to the map of Logmill. There is no more shortcuts on this map, surprisingly. It was patched out, as you can see right here. Alright, we're moving on now. Redstone Factory has a few different shortcuts. However, one of them is kind of dependent on your server tick registry, and it's not best for single player. This shortcut I'm specifying is best for multiplayer. But there's one thing that you always need to know. Always take the speed boost right after entering the building. If you don't do that, then what are you doing with your life? On to the iron path. You'll want to go up the jet stream like normal, essentially going up and then going to the left. After you go up there, you're going to want to jump around the caution wall, since it's actually pretty easy to do. Then after the resistance and checkpoint 3, fall into the crafting tables. Landing in the slime will not only just slow you down in terms of running, but the fact that you boost up from jumping onto slime will slow you down in terms of actual speed, which is not a good thing. Not to mention the fact that if you run across the slime, you will also be losing speed instead of actually gaining speed. Going on to the Emerald Path. This is only for your server tick registry because of how stupid this server tick can be, and it's ugh. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, you're going to want to use the jump pad after checkpoint 2 to go over the glass pane wall. How you do that is by simply jumping up, then you go hopefully onto the little stone and still have a jump boost, then jump almost immediately after you get on there. Afterwards, you're just going to run around into the checkpoint 3, and then just jump all the way down using the slime to reach to the finish line. Make sure you hold space when you do it though, because if you don't, you're going to take a considerable amount of damage, which could potentially kill you and make you go back up, which will make the other racers come back to you. And if they come back to you, that's not a shortcut anymore now, is it? Onto the gold path. You'll see a long pathway that contains golden speed pads right after checkpoint 2. On the left, at the end of the hallway, there's going to be 2 iron doors, with one of them actually being open. You want to go through and make sure to stay on the main pathway, just so you can go on the iron door tightrope. If you don't, you'll lose some seconds that you could have saved, but you'll still be faster than the other racers.
Dante, you're so fast. Oh my god. He is on fire.
Literally.
Welcome to the Dragon. Do you dare take the singular shortcut that's on this path? Do you dare defy the laws of gravity within Sprint Racer? You're just going to go right after checkpoint 1 from where you see the resistance pad. You'll see it indicated there after you get to the top, and then you want to go onto the little bridge. And if you continue there, you'll see another resistance pad. You want to drop down from that resistance pad onto checkpoint 2, and then get that speed pad so you have the speed boost when you go into the spiral. I totally didn't forget to do this. No, I totally didn't forget to do this until editing. No. Suspension Mountain has one path that is better than another. That is right, a singular path. After you go to checkpoint 2, go on the lower path, then jump onto the side ahead in the cave. You'll go about 2 to 3 seconds faster than those who take the other path. After that, just optimizing your game and not getting tricked up by ice. Because ice is not great, and ice has weird friction, and I don't understand. We have now just finished the third cup of Sprint Racer. Honestly, this cup is better than the first cup, but it doesn't have as many interesting shortcuts to take as the second cup. I know, I'm comparing it to the previous cup, so I should be comparing it to itself. But honestly, these are still some good maps. I feel like some of them do need redesigns, but I'll talk more about that later. We don't need to talk about redesigning maps now. I would like to thank Kitty for this path on Green Labyrinth, because this pathing is I can't swear in my videos. But yeah, for the pathing on Green Labyrinth, this is like more so of a clip than anything else. But after checkpoint 1, you can actually jump around the wall that's like, you know, the little leaf wall there, to jump straight onto a tree. And after you jump on that tree, you can literally cut through the middle lanes by doing simple parkour. It's quite shocking. Here, no, let me just. Alright, here, I got the clip for you. I got the clip right here. Welcome to the Highlight City, also known as MC Films' Highlight Map. Your best bet is honestly going through the tunnel after checkpoint 1 if you want the normal pathing, if you want to be the normal guy. However, if you want to become an extreme parkour god like Kitty Cat Elite in MC Films sometimes, after reaching checkpoint 1, turn into the caution wall and neo jump around that. If you neo jump around that perfectly, then you can easily go after checkpoint 2, and then from checkpoint 2, don't enter the building. No, why would you enter the building? Why would you enter the building, for all goodness sake? You can jump around the caution wall instead by using the glass panes. Then, from there, you can go to the checkpoint 3, which is on the side of the building, and then make your way straight to the slime that's on the left of the bridge. Your best bet, though, is not jumping, as you'll lose some speed thanks to jumping in the air. But, you know, if there's like a trap or something in the way, you know, you can't exactly help yourself. You're going to have to jump over the trap. So it's you're better off jumping over than taking damage. override your non-ice and soul sand functions. I hate you, and I hate this map because of you. Anyways, we're going on the Iceberg Alley, the show around freaking shortcuts, I know, and I don't know. I have a personal distaste for this map. I don't know why I do. Anyways, you're just going to want to use the snow instead of going around it after coming out of the cave towards checkpoint 1. Then, after exiting that small cave, you're going to go through the spruce trees, because if you squeeze through the spruce trees, you're going to want to continue forward. You'll skip an item, but, you know, you get a little faster than that. Then you're going to want to swim under the ice with a checkpoint 2. And, yeah, because if you swim under the ice, you go faster. It saves, like, maybe a second or two. I don't really like this map. I know. It's not really that great of a map. And then you're going to go on through the cave that's in checkpoint 2, and then after going to that cave, you're going to want to jump to the side where the fences are. You might get an item, you might not, but it'll avoid the loop. And then finally, after you use the first jump pad, just sprint onto the ice and then jump before it runs out to get some easy speed when you go up to the finish line. I know. I'm not sounding excited because this map genuinely sucks, and I want you guys to just get away from this map. Alright, we are on the map where I can tell off COVID and Flamingo. So beforehand, before, you know, the 1.3 update came out, after you reach checkpoint 2, you could have just went, you know, right into a dirt wall to get to checkpoint 3, and then, look! See, look at this! Look at this, I told you! I've been using this technique for the longest time when it came to speedrunning through Sprint Racer and going through Hurricane Island speedruns, and... Alright. I got that out of my system. Okay? Alright. You're honestly better off going on the regular path from checkpoint 2 to checkpoint 3 after the checkpoint patch of version 1.3 because stupid Flamingo changed it around! Calm down. After you go out of the cave, do a U-turn into a little ice cave where it normally would have a river, but, you know, it's ice. Why would you have a river when it's ice? Anyways, this saves a couple of seconds, and then after you reach checkpoint 5, don't go on the main path. Instead, just turn immediately and save yourself a couple milliseconds. Just go through the portal, straight from running towards it, rather than just going on the loop-the-loop. Well, it's not a loop-the-loop, but more so you just got a giant hoop in the way. You'll know what I mean when you watch the video right here. Anyways, you go through the portal, and... Portal, anyways. Ugh. After you got teleported, you'll want to turn right, and you want to go through the little cake. Trust me, it's worth it. I know you don't want to get fat, but still. And then after checkpoint 6, you want to just go through the main path. And then for the portal after checkpoint 6, just hug the wall as the best you can within that little city. The only important shortcut after that is just the blue pathway that's around the stones from the water. You'll find it after checkpoint 11. Trust me, you'll find it there. And then you want to jump in the lowest parts of the blue and red bridges. You can see it through the cliff right here. Okay, are we done with the fourth cup? We're done with the fourth cup? Okay, we're done with the fourth cup with some triggering shortcut. Why? Why? Why are there shortcuts that trigger me in this cup specifically? Flamingo, did you make this cup for me to specifically hate? Okay, yeah, alright, we're moving on. 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 Alright, Crash Course, it's a pretty simple map. There's only one actual shortcut, which is just using the elytra right near the end of the tutorial map. This is like one of the most obvious shortcuts there is. Nothing really special. And look, if someone activates the switch, just go inside instead of jumping around to checkpoint 1. It makes things a lot easier for you. Ooh, the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet. The haunting trek that ruins every single novice's life to Sprint Racer. Let me show you how to easily beat it without much issue. I'm gonna list them all right here. You ready? So, after running across the purple pathway, you want to go straight to the left. When you go to the left, you'll find yourself a elytra pad. Jump over here on the elytra pad. You're going to do that, keep regular the flight, and then going to go across from checkpoint 1. Don't just land down, though. Don't land down. You're going to want to just descend a little bit, and then you're going to fly a little bit up towards the jump pad. You'll see the example of what I mean right here. Now, on the red and blue swapping paths, you're going to just want to time your jumps correctly between both. It's nothing exactly too hard about the... Okay, maybe there's some difficulty with this. At the checkpoint zone, there's some slime jumps. On the very last slime jump, you know, just hold the jump key. It's, you know, Alright, and then for the drop, you just really want to go, oh my lord, why do I keep failing this? Alright, we're over here on checkpoint 13 after all that mayhem. Oh. Anyways, steady your elytra as quickly as possible. Then you want to go ahead and turn right to go over some of the buildings. And then once you see the ring, which is checkpoint 14, dive bomb for it. After you dive bomb for it, then you want to go ascend immediately after to go over some buildings on the left. Then you want to dive bomb straight to checkpoint 15. If you get enough height, you can go on to the giant jump pad and go to the diamond boost there. Use the diamond boost and then go straight from the giant jump pad. It's as simple as that. And then on the diamond boost at the checkpoint 16, you can sprint across all those 2-block gaps. All of them. That's right. You can just sprint straight across. But if you want to be safer than sorry, just shift and wait at the edge of the path to lose all your speed and then parkour like a normal person. Alright, we're moving on to Fossil Cove. After the first set of lily paths, you want to just go straight into the water. After you go into the water, you can dive right under the rocks and go back up to get the checkpoint 2. It's actually a faster route than you believe it is. You'll just want to continue the path normally afterwards. There's nothing really too optimized for that. My voice! Frostbite Village, there's 2 shortcuts you really have to worry about, but they ain't really that special at all. Not at all! First one, you simply just cut across the little snow rock. You'll see it like right after the start line, or finish line, or whatever you want to call it. But you'll notice that little rock on the left, you can just squeeze between the wall and the rock, and then, you know, it makes things a lot easier. Second one, however, requires you to hit the switch on the left path. After checkpoint 1, you're going to go to the path on the left, and then you're going to want to hit the switch. Then after checkpoint 2, there's going to be a little cave on the left. After you go through the little cave, there's an elytra pad. Jump at the elytra pad, sail smoothly all the way to the finish line, and then you want to dive into checkpoint 1, and then go all the way up, and then go down back to checkpoint 2. And then on the final lap, you want to just take the regular path, because you'll be able to speed on the ice with the speed pads. You know, it's as simple as that. You ain't really anything too bad. It ain't too bad. Alright, the 5th cup has featured one of the worst tracks to people who are new to the game, Gauntlet. But, to a lot of other people, it's one of the best maps out there. It's the biggest, it's the baddest, it's one of the greatest maps there ever existed within Sprint Racer. No other maps can compare at all! Alright, for Dead Canyon, you just literally gotta take the best pathing on the walls. The main path is your best path, with the little strip at the checkpoint 3 being more optimal. Mushroom Cavern has no shortcuts. Why is that, you ask? It's because Films hates fun, and he hates fun shortcuts even more. Within Haunted Woodland, you can skip across the skulls at the checkpoint 1 instead of taking the main path. This saves a couple milliseconds. And then at the checkpoint 2, you want to climb up that waterfall to slip in the checkpoint 3 a lot easier. And then after the small house from checkpoint 6 onwards, you can cut before the tree to get to the finish line a little bit faster. Hey look, it's Parkour Grand Prix. It's also known as the Loop. It's also known as Mesimo's Pride and Joy. In this map, you're better off taking the upper path before checkpoint 1, and then at the checkpoint 1 you want to take the lowest path possible. It's faster on the lowest path. Nothing really special after that aside optimizing yourself to squeeze through some barriers and making sure you're good at your parkour skills, because this is Parkour Grand Prix! The 6th cup was a quick and easy cup. We don't need to look back on this at all. Alright, my first ever proper map on Sprint Racer is being introduced, and Flamingo worked on the outside stadium alongside some of the pipes within the middle. Pretty much before checkpoint 3 on the jump pads, use the first jump pad to get on that little sign with the purple and white. After you do that, just go straight to checkpoint 3 so you don't have to worry about jumping over the hills. After checkpoint 3, jump onto the black glass and slide across the second layer to not worry about having the jump slowing you down slightly. Then after checkpoint 4, go onto the polished andesite pipe. It's like a little small pipe sticking out of the soul sand to help save yourself about 500 milliseconds or so. It's really simple. Alright, Miner's Island is completely broken in its shortcut. Allow me to explain this. After reaching the jump pad, immediately turn right into the red checkpoint. Then, turn back 180 degrees to reach the water and just jump right in it. You can swim around and jump up the checkpoint too without having to go inside the barriers. And then you can go backwards on the main path to get the checkpoint 3, swim through the water, go right next to checkpoint 4, and then you can swim back up to the main path and reach the finish line. It is insane, it is crazy, and I don't think a lot of people actually pay attention to this all too much anymore. Coastal Avenue, okay, I'm gonna be completely honest here. It's just a map where you need to optimize your pathing. There's no shortcuts, there's no right route. It's disappointing, but there's just nothing game breaking. Now welcome to Cinder Core, the core of Cinder Caverns. Now, you would assume that if you were to use the elytra pad on the side near the start, where the lava volcano is right there, just dripping right there, it'd be the best way to go, right? Well, no, it's not. You're best just going through the regular path in that situation. Reason being is because you can't jump over the lava far enough, and you can't exactly get that far to reach the elytra pad. And even then, you still need to go to the checkpoint 1, which is right in front of you, and that loses some of your elytra descent, which won't exactly help you in the long run of things. It's a lot better just to take the main path in this situation. And then after checkpoint 3, you want to go in the dark prismarine, that negates the slow speed of the ice. Then you're going to jump onto the vents to avoid taking damage, because if you take damage, you lose speed more so. And then on the jump pads at the checkpoint 4, you're able to jump over the fence that's guarding the lake before the finish line. Yeah, I know, it's a shock, because unlike over in freaking Redstone Factory, you can't jump over the wall, but with this one you can jump over the fence because the jump boost decides to stay there. I don't know, why does it stay there? Hey! We're ending the 7th curve on a pretty high note, We got Miner's Island, which has a game-breaking shortcut. We got Cinder Core, which you would expect to have a fun little shortcut, but no, you'll get burned if you go around that shortcut. And then we got my very own Road Roller Park coming in. Ooh, so many good maps and good little shortcuts. Straight Flex's Sacred Village. After checkpoint 1, just use the speed boost on the right. If you use that speed boost on the right and you jump, you're able to get there a nice, smooth, quicker time. And then after checkpoint 2, you want to jump onto the slime blocks on the left path, but make sure you have enough speed, because if you don't have enough speed, you'll fail, and you'll die. Now, for the biggest cut on this track, simply jump into the water after checkpoint 3, and swim to the lily pads near the end of the stone wall gate. Alright, on Monochrome Road, there's really not many shortcuts here. I mean, there's the speed boost at the beginning near the fake pyramid. Wait, what do you mean you don't see a speed boost? It's right there. It's right there, don't you see it? It's like right there. Right under, yeah, right there. See? See those little 2 quartz blocks right there, right after you start? It's right there. What do you mean they're not speed boost? What do you mean? Look! See? See, it's speed boost. What makes it so hard to understand? There's a few different shortcuts for this map. Outer Spaceway. After checkpoint 5, jump on to the water planet. That's right, you can run along the surface of the water planet. You can run on water! Then, you want to jump into the blue pipe. You don't want to just slide into it, you want to jump in it. Because if you jump in it, as you go all the way down, you'll be able to land safely without having to reascend back up the pipe. And then, after you reach checkpoint 6, what you want to do is go down onto the slime blocks. See those slime blocks that you advance forward? You want to go down, you want to jump on them because then you want to ascend as high and it'll be faster. And then after checkpoint 7's jump boost pad, you want to stick to the left to reach the gold ore. If you reach the gold ore, then you'll be able to have enough speed to get yourself onto lap 2 and lap 3 if you got a lap 3 somehow all the way to the finish line. That way you'll be able to go faster when you start the next lap. Welcome to Highlight Resort, and honestly, this track's just finding your own best route rather than listening to me. But if you want some recommendations, I would try the underwater specialty after checkpoint 4. You know, how you just dive under those waterfalls and you're able to sprint swim, which goes faster than regular sprint swimming. And then, you know, I also recommend sticking to the railings of the bridges, because they're easier to ascend and descend on. I know, No, you don't need to listen to me, though. Like, I'm just trying to give you some friendly advice. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot! Welcome to the fiery volcano. If you're feeling heated up, don't blame yourself. There's not exactly a great optimized path for this map. Sorry to say, you're just best at finding your own little shortcuts and routes on this map. Have fun! Alright, now we're back on a good airtight map. Hot Air Docks has the biggest freaking skip within Sprint Racer. So, you'll want to take the path with checkpoint 1 closer to the finish line. You see that little path that's like right above, you'll see checkpoint 1 close to it. Then you want to climb on that blimp. When you climb on the blimp, you want to jump on the 2 diamond boost pad, then go to the jump boost pad, and then use that jump boost pad to jump straight up to where there's an elytra pad. You'll immediately get the elytra, and then you'll just want to look at this majestic beauty of a shortcut. This is it, guys. We're on the final map, Side X. You want to take yourself around to checkpoint 1, get to the jump boost pad, then go into this small 4-block hole to go through a portal path. Then you want to race on the left side of that portal path and jump to the iron bars, and race around to get those speed boost and jump boost pad. After you do that, you should just smoothly take your way to checkpoint 3. Then, on the right of checkpoint 4, make sure you get the speed boost and you jump straight down onto the diamond boost pads. Then, you're going to want to use those to grab the jump boost pad and time your jump correctly to make sure you're able to smoothly ascend to the finish line. that's it, guys. That was all the maps, and that was the finisher. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've put a lot of work and effort into this. Believe me, it's been a painful 5 months to work on this. But I've thoroughly enjoyed working on every single bit of this, even if I haven't been doing it constantly like I have the past few days as of this scripted, recording. Again, I want to thank the Team Scripted Discord for all their help with showing off the videos and showing off the little tracks. I also want to give a big thank you to Flamingo Sword and Violet Rosa, people always forget the Violet Rosa, for making Sprint Racer and Mario Kart in Minecraft. Now hold on, we're not finished with this ending. I am going to be announcing that I will be working on a new Sprint Racer recreation known as Sprint Racer Reran. What it is meant to be is that it's meant to redesign all the tracks from Mario Kart and Minecraft that are copyright free, and all the tracks that are in Sprint Racer that are copyright free. There are going to be a lot of effort. There's going to be a lot of effort is what I'm saying. And I'm probably not going to start this, as you've probably noted in the description, until either Holiday 2021 or within 2022 as a project alone. I'm currently working on a different kind of build team alongside trying to get Friday Night Funkin' mods done. So without further ado, guys, thank you for watching again. Hope you have a nice day, and thank you for all the time and effort you've put into watching this video.